we've had our fun with the array modifier, and it's time to make some changes now to this thing. So let's do this. We are going to actually make some changes. As I've said, I'm applying that, and I'm going to come in here and I'm going to grab these P. We're going to break that, and I will go ahead here, and I think I'll just get rid of that, but I still want to have this come down to the end. I'll just snap it to there. I'm going to do something with that in a moment. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to come in here, and I'm going to take this stuff here, and I'm going to break that away from the other stuff. And I will, let's see, let's apply that modifier. And let's break that, and now we'll take this, move it down and snap it to the end. And we'll take this, move it down and snap it to the end there as well. So I've got this, and I want to have this one separate, P to break it out. So we can do something with that. And the final thing now is to deal with this when you get rid of the mirror. So we'll have that on that side only, and we're going to do something different with this side. So I think we're good so far, and we're ready to go. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here, I think, and we'll take this edge here. Let's extrude that down and snap it to the bottom. So we won't really be able to tell that that's been done yet, but that's there. So I'm going to Shift S, or bring my 3D cursor there, 3 to look from the side of this thing here. Now I'm going to bring in a cylinder. I'm going to leave it at the default 32. And I'm going to rotate Y90. And we're going to look at creating some kind of an entrance way here. We're going to cut right, I think we're going to cut right there like that. So I'm going to take this piece here, and let's just make sure that, yeah, okay. So I'm going to add a Boolean and this, and apply it, take that and hide that for the moment. So we've got that. Let's bring that back actually, and let's use this and make an archway of sorts. Look from the side and wireframe and 1, and box select all of this stuff at the bottom, and we'll get rid of that. I'm going to take this and pull it in a little bit. Take this and recalculate outside, E and Alt S, and pull that little bit of thickness like that. All right, with that done, I'm now going to start cutting this. And edge loop here, Control B, split it to just outside of there. And I'm going to delete those faces. And now let's take the floor, and I've got an array on that. I think I'm going to commit to that, and I'm going to dissolve these edges here. Let's merge by distance. There we go, with 8. Okay, let's take those and dissolve those edges, and take that floor and just pull it out and snap it to there. I shouldn't have to go further because I'm not going to see into this thing very far. And I'm going to get rid of this and this. And I'm going to Shift Alt and click these. I'm going to get rid of those faces. And we'll take these faces and we'll pull them back. And we'll see. I may, yeah, start with that. Let's take that. Make sure it's like that. Let's come in here now and Shift Alt and click those edges. Give those a bit of a bevel. So I want to be using, there's 2, 3. All right, so we've got some room here. In fact, now that I think about it, let's get rid of those. I'm going to leave that piece for the moment. All right, come back here. We can hide that. Okay, so we now have some room in here for some other stuff to happen. Okay, so I may think about widening that as well. I'm not sure. So here's what I was thinking. I'm going to just grab something like that. Shift D to duplicate, pull it up, scale it down, P to break it out. I just want that piece. And look from the front. And down in here, work on this here. Okay. Let's extrude like this. And I'm going to make some lockers. So just get this started and then we'll see where we're at. Alright, I don't need them that deep. So the train would come in, drop off people here, and we'd have some lockers here. All right, now this is going to be a little messy because I'm going to be using some booleans. So let's go ahead and do this and see how it all works out. Control B, I want 3, just a small bevel there, the top and the bottom, bevel like that. Let's say right off the bat I'm going to add an array, and we're going to move down this way, zero this out, and bring this up. I just want them here on this side, maybe about 7 of them, and I just want to think about this. Something like that. Maybe scale a little bit like that. Just have some lockers there. Let's bring this back to the center here, the cursor. Let's just Alt H to bring all that stuff back, but not maybe that one. Let's start to imagine a train here. This is not how I'm going to do this exactly. But I just want to get a sense of the size of this thing. So we're going to GY, bring this down. And I'm going to take that and Shift Control B, and we're just going to do that for now. I'll take this one actually, just so it doesn't look terrible. Imagine it's like that. And I'll just bevel this back. All right, so just to imagine that the train is in there. Okay. So that's there. So next what we're going to do is I'm going to put a couple more pipes around here. I'm going to take this edge here. You know what? I may just get rid of the array and just start to commit to some of this. Slide it down and snap it to there. I can take any of these really. Shift D to duplicate, pull it out. P. And what I'm looking at, actually I'll convert that to a convert it to a curve right now. And I'm going to do one there, and this is going to be mirrored. So I'll set the origin to the 3D cursor. We're going to have some pipes up at the top. And I'm going to take this and duplicate it up here. I'll break those out, and these ones are going to be slightly different in size. Maybe like that. Onto there. And okay, so we have that. Yeah, okay. Good enough for now. I'll do something slightly different for this design. One thing, as I just look at this, there's no way I'm going to keep it like that. Do something like this, and I'll adjust it. This is sort of a stand-in, and may keep some of that. Okay, so let's get back to working on these lockers now. Slash key and hide that. Now this is going to be kind of destructive what I'm going to do here. Let's see, we're going to need a little section here for, let's do it this way. We're going to cut this in half. That doesn't go through, right? Okay, so if that's the case, I'm going to look down from the top, and I'm going to do mesh bisect. With it all selected, I'm going to drag through there, and I'm going to SX0 to straighten it and bring it forward, so the front door is going to be kind of like that. Okay, Control B and split it like that. E and Alt S and pull. I'm just going to do it like that instead of making an actual separate door. I'm going to pull and have 3 in there. Okay, and then we're going to do a couple of booleans on this thing. So I might as well bring my 3D cursor to there, and I will look. Control 3, I think, is the side I want. I'm going to bring in a plane. Rotate Y 90. And we're going to make like a sort of a hole there. That's going to be fine, something like that. I'm going to just extrude it back, flip that, and I'm going to round the corners. And I can just use 3. That's fine. So I'm going to do that, and I might be able to just use that piece to do the other thing that I want to do. Shift D to duplicate, pull this down, and let's just get the size that we want and where we want this. For a place for like a keypad, and something like that. So let's move that up a little bit, and let's take this one, move it up a little bit. All right, let's do this. Let's go for Boolean, drag that to the top, and with the eyedropper select there and apply, and I think I can get rid of those, and we'll just finish the holes here. Actually, that one anyhow. I don't need it, maybe that, maybe around there. Okay, let's get rid of that one. Come back to this one in a minute. And you know, admittedly, the topology is not great, but we'll see if we can still work with this, and how much of a problem it is. You know what I might do is maybe I'll bevel both of those at the same time, and we'll see how she goes. So Control B, pull, I've got 3. That's probably all right. And we'll shade smooth. We'll get some weird shading, but I can throw on the weighted normal. And normal's almost smooth. And we'll have that. And so I'll leave it like that for now. So for this, we'll do this typical kind of grill or whatever. Just take an edge, Shift D, and duplicate, bring it down, P to break it out. Whoops. Get that guy. Okay, I'm going to extrude down, and I'm going to extrude back, and I'll scale in the Z to spread it out. Delete that. Face selection, that one and that one, goodbye. And just grab there, and I don't want these edges though. And I'm going to bevel just with 3. Scale it in the Y so that it stretches all the way out. Pull it back a little bit. And I'm going to scale that in the Z, actually make it a bit narrower. And as you know, I think I do like to rotate these. I'll have that. And then an array. I guess I could use this array here. I want it to come down, not in the Y. That'll probably be okay for what we're doing. So I'm going to apply that array, and I'm going to join those. We'll have this weird kind of locker. And then I was thinking for this, I could pull this out. Maybe we'll I to inset this. Pull it out even a little bit more. And just do a pad on there. Now it's not very smooth, but it's going to be fine from a distance. So let's come in here, bring the 3D cursor there, and bring in another plane. Or you could use a cube. Just make a few buttons here. Okay, so extrude back, delete that face, flip the polys, and we could try, let's see, okay, we could try just selecting it in Control B with 2, 3. That would probably just do what we need to do. It's just a square button. And put that in here. Shift D. Nah, I don't think I'll do it that way. I think I'll array it. Yeah. We'll array in the Y like this and just do 3 across. And 0 that out. Okay. Maybe we'll make them a little bit more prominent. Just scale them in the X. Those in. Yeah, okay. And then let's just copy these. Shift D. Shift D. I'll do one more. You can do other details on this, but I'm not sure right now. All right, just like that, let's say. And we got an array. And we'll just apply all the arrays. And take all of this and that, and let's just join it all together. Let's come in here and merge by distance. Might want to put something down on there. And I was thinking that underneath here, if I could take this, Shift D to duplicate that. That's just a flat thing, so take that, P to break it out. Could sort of scale that up, and maybe take this one out a little further from the front. And I just want this kind of like that, and down, get rid of those faces. And what have I got here? Oh, I ended up getting some extra edges. Now that's a pain, because I didn't want that. Now I don't want that array. So I'll just get rid of these extra edges, dissolve them. Yeah, I am going to round this anyhow. It's just a base for the lockers. I'll do 5 and take this one, but I'll do 3 here. bring it up so it rests on top of that. And I'm going to actually just join those. And then let's see what this is looking like. What I might do is come in here and wireframe, box select all of that, and just go ahead and pull it up and say, okay, that's it, I'm done with that. And maybe we'll do like a quick cylinder here, shifty to get that edge, just move it out of the way, scale it down, P to break it out, take that, get rid of all this stuff really. I'm going to convert that to a curve. Okay, I lost it. That wasn't the best way. All right, maybe I'll convert that to a mesh right now. 3, and convert it to a mesh. And I'm just going to get it so that it goes on there, it sticks out a little bit, and we'll cap it there and there, and we'll bevel that with 3 shades smooth. Make sure it's facing the right way. Okay, from the front, and I'm going to have, say, 2 of them, like one there, just duplicate it and throw one down there. Nah, don't like it yet. I'm just going to scale in the Z. I can move them if I want to. Or maybe I don't want to. I'll take those and I'm going to join those. No, I'm not going to do it yet because I'm not happy with the positioning of them yet. I want them embedded a little bit more. I'm going to join that. Okay. You're not going to see them too well. Let's bring stuff back. So we're kind of like looking like this is what I'm thinking. All right. I can always make these a little smaller if I want to. And I probably am going to want to. I'm going to select everything, scale it just a little bit down. And there. Save that. Okay. So this is what we're getting at. We're not quite done yet with the lockers. There is another thing I'm thinking of, and I'm just wondering if there's something I can use if I want to. I don't think I'm going to do it that way. I'm going to take this edge here and scale it. P to break it out. Get rid of the array. Extrude it down. We're going to make a label on this. And there we go. Back and delete. Flip. Edges. I'll do 5. It's a bit overkill, you know, but this will just look a little smoother. That there, join, slash, just whatever. Maybe I have some glowing numbers on those. And this is what we get so far. Now, what I'd really love to do is I'd really love to add a subdivision surface on that, but we'll think about that. All right, there is more to do here. And we'll be working on that very soon. But for the moment, what we'll do is I'll leave it at that. I'm going to come up with another potential design for this a little bit. We'll have to do some luggage, little bits of luggage, maybe something to stand in there. Maybe we'll have a bit of other modeling on the arched entranceway, and of course we're going to move to the train eventually. I'm also envisioning perhaps some computer monitors either up here or on both sides, you know, to advertise what's going on here at this sort of I guess it is like a subway station, but it's a tunnel. And maybe some speakers and some lights, and that's the general idea. But that's where we're at so far. And if I take this and I just move it down a little bit, what I'm going to want to do is actually just sort of block the exit, or I'll have some kind of an environment out there. But this is roughly going to be the angle. There is one more thing that's going to go on here. I think I'll just model that and I'll show it to you next time. And so we'll leave it at that. Thank you very much for tuning in to part 3 of the tunnel project, and I hope to see you next time.